What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Joe, just your average Joe. We are hanging out in the garage. We had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, you had a wonderful weekend in sales. Had a wonderful weekend when it comes to football. My Lions got a dub against those Packers. No pack, no. And yeah, we had just a pretty good, nice, lazy but fun weekend. I'll just say that. Did some golfing yesterday. I'm terrible at golf, but played some golf and saw my Lions win. Had some good sales. Had some good family time. So hopefully you had a wonderful weekend as well. Again, my name is Joe. I've been reselling full time on eBay for about 8 years, give or take. But I've been full time, or I've been not full time, but I've been buying and selling on eBay since 2000. So long time. Um, so we got a lot to cover today. So hopefully this one won't be too long. But again, hopefully your sales have been going well. I saw a huge pickup on Saturday. I mean, I sold a ton of stuff on Saturday. Yesterday, a few things sold. This morning, I've already had something sell. So hopefully the wheel keeps turning. I mean, I've been feeding the beast. I've been putting stuff up on eBay. I'm up to almost 600 items up on eBay now. So I've been feeding the beast over the past 3-4 days. My plan is to continue feeding the beast. I got two full bins of clothes still, probably 20 plus items in clothes. Actually, and then I got a pile in the house at the moment, probably another 8. So like 28-ish items of clothing. I've got a bunch of empty box Atari stuff with the manuals that I got to put up. Probably another. I don't know. Probably put like 10 up already. I probably have another 15 of those to put up. I've got a whole box of empty boxed Atari games, the boxes and manuals only. Um, most of them aren't very good, but 15-20 bucks a pop kind of thing. A couple of them maybe a little bit more. Like Spider-Man and Pitfall and things like that might be a little bit more, but for the most part they're all in that maybe 15 range. So nothing crazy, but just a bunch of items there to put up. I went through this weekend and got through almost my whole processing table. Let me show y'all. Let me show you guys the old processing table. There's my clothes. Ever tell y'all I hate clothes? I hate clothes, but I sell clothes. So they do sell. So my processing table is almost there, man. I'm showing off again. It is almost there. All I got left is a Nintendo and an Atari. Nintendo and Atari, and then I've got, of course, that's not going to move because that's not part of technically the inventory. That's my video game hoard pile of cartridge video games. It's just going to sit, been sitting there forever. So that's just there. But my table is almost clear. Outside of these three, and then I got my Sega Genesis, so that'll be the last thing I test, and my Sega CD. But all I have left is these two systems sitting on the table, and then the one I got, my personal one for my PC, my personal collection, which is the Sega Genesis and Sega CD combo. So once those are out of here, my processing table's clean. Then the only other thing I got to get through is I've got like I mentioned, the Atari games here, which are in this bin. I guess I can show y'all, bring you over here and show you. Those are the Atari games in the bin, all the boxes for them, and then I've got um, these two bins are full of clothes. The other bins are other personal items and personal stuff, but these two bins are, and actually this is empty bin for clothes, but that one I got through. But these two bins are full of clothes still, so those are the clothes I mentioned. I put up another rack that I had laying around in pieces. I put up another rack, so I've got a little bit more storage. I actually have a whole nother rack here up top here that I need to put together at some point, but I just don't have any room to really put it anywhere. But and then of course I've got all my, you can see it, that's a whole pile of empty game cases, just a whole bunch of them. I really need to probably, I hold on to them just in case you come across, loose discs and things like that. So I hold on to them, but honestly I probably need to purge them and go ahead and just sell them all, because I've purged those before, and there's some really good titles in there, cases like Silent Hill and things like that. Um, so I probably just need to purge those and do one, just sell all of them for, I'd imagine I could probably get $100 for the whole lot. There's a bunch of them in there. So, but just purge them and start over. But I also, it's not hard. It's not a bad idea to keep them. Like I came across Zelda Wind Waker was inside of one of my Wii U's, and so that was a huge like woo Wind Waker and Wii U disc only. But then I was like, I'm pretty sure I've got the disc. I got the case for that. So I go over and I look, and I'm like, sure enough, I got the case sitting there. So so it's not a bad idea to hold on to them as well. So we'll just I'll probably just hold on to them. It's no rush in trying to get rid of them at this point, because I do occasionally come across the loose disc and then marry them together. So and then you get more out of them because you got the case in the manual. Well, not all of them have manuals, but you got the case. So but anyway, um, let's start with let me start with something I got to just complain about. I've talked about this before in the past, so we haven't had it happen in a while. But I'm gonna just eat it and keep it moving, because that's just what we're gonna do here. I had somebody leave me a negative feedback, which sucks. Obviously, you don't want negative feedbacks, but it was a person that's only had one transaction on eBay, and of course, it's going to be some new person that doesn't reply to their messages, or doesn't, well, not reply to their messages. Let me backtrack. It's going to be a new person that uses eBay, that is just going to blast you on the feedback instead of reaching out to you and saying, hey, there's a problem. And that's what I can't stand, and what I'm going to kind of just set the tone on this, my complaint as a seller, to all of y'all that may be watching that just use eBay as a buying platform, which I doubt there's many of you that are just, I'm sure a lot of you are resellers or have dabbled in reselling. But if there's any of y'all that just watch that are actual just eBay customers, always give the buyer or the seller the benefit of the doubt, and reach out to them and let them know there was a problem before you go blasting feedback. Feedback should be the last resort after your experience as a whole has your whole purchase experience has been completed. It's just like anything else. If you get something from Amazon, or anywhere else, do you immediately just leave a bad review, or do you get with Amazon and say, hey, there's a problem? What are our options? Well, you can return it for a refund. We'll send you another one. Well, whatever. There's most people don't just jump right on Amazon and leave a negative review. I'm sure there are. So I mean, again, I'm sure it's just like eBay, but you got to give the seller an opportunity. I mean, eBay is different. eBay, you're dealing with other individuals. On Amazon, you're dealing with pretty much Amazon. Not to say there are individuals selling on there and that you'll deal with, but in companies that you'll deal with, but it's more so you're dealing with Amazon for the most part, especially if it's going through Amazon Direct, which a lot of the stuff that you purchase that's highlighted at the top of when you scroll is usually Amazon stuff. So, all I'm saying is eBay is a different platform. It's a seller to buyer platform. It's not, obviously there are businesses on eBay selling, but at the end of the day, the point is give the seller the opportunity to help resolve the problem when a problem shows up. It was something simple. It's a controller for a PS4, white controller. They said it doesn't work, and they left me a negative comment or negative feedback and said it doesn't work. Well, you could have reached out to me and I would have taken care of you, because I would have asked you to ship that back, because I know 100% when I tested that thing, it worked. So, I don't know why it's not working for you. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but I would have 100% in that case, and I know there's situations where I've said, I just have them keep it, but those are usually like loose discs that are like under $10 to $15. For something like that, it's free shipping. I'm going to eat shipping back. I'm going to eat the original shipping. So, I'm going to, by the time it's all said and done, it's just for the $5 that I'd end up losing, or the $5 that I'd end up, maybe getting back in my pocket, it's just not worth it. It's just, for the $5, it's just not worth my time. Now, anything that's over that 15-ish, and it's not a loose disc, like I'm gonna ask for it back 9 times out of 10. And so in this case, I'd ask for it back, and I'm very confident I would have fired it up and it would have worked. So I don't really know. And if it didn't work, I don't know, maybe something happened in transit. But at the end of the day, I wasn't given an opportunity to fix it. So this is a new eBayer. Sometimes I'll reach out to the person and say, hey, and here's the other caveat, so that I'm gonna throw out there. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it was a Spanish or Mexican, because they put it in Spanish or Mexican, I think it is, and so in another language, I don't know which language. I think it was Mexican, but I could tell what it said because I'm Italian, and I could kind of make out based on what they put on there what it was. Let's just say it was Mexican. So I was just like, okay, well, It didn't work. No controller se servialo or something like that. I forget what they put, and I pretty much could translate that. Just it didn't work, and so I'm like, okay. They had one feedback. If they left feedback in Spanish, the likelihood of me replying to them in English and trying to get them to understand and remove it, and being that they're new, I'm not saying because they're Mexican, so I'm not trying to, but more so the fact that they're new and that there's a possible language barrier there. I wasn't going to be proactive and reach out to them and say, hey, what happened? Can you remove the feedback? You can ship the item back to me. I'll do a refund for you if you can take care of that feedback for me. I just felt like that's too complicated in this case. They're brand new to eBay, which that's strike one, and the fact that there's obviously going to be a language barrier there, that's strike two. So I'm just going to eat it and keep it moving. Normally I would reach out and be proactive and say, hey, leaving feedback is the last resort. Could you please tell me what's going on, and could you, I do offer free returns. If there's a problem, I'll be more than happy to take care of you and give you your money back. But also, with that being said, could you also remove the feedback that you left for me, because, at least change it to a neutral. I'd have no problem taking care of you and keep it moving. Now, are they going to do that part? That's some have and some haven't, but it's at least, you could do is do that, so I'll just send them a message real quick and easy and simple and to be proactive. But in this case, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to eat it. They didn't open up a claim or a return, because they got the two strikes in my mind. In my opinion, I'm not even going to reach out to them and be proactive. I'm just going to eat the negative, keep the money. They can keep the damaged controller that I highly feel that it's not damaged after testing it personally in my hands, making sure everything worked on it. I always make sure there's no drift, no shutter, no things going crazy on the screen. I usually pop in a game because I don't have the controller tester for the computer, which I should probably do that. I know they have like a controller testers that you can just press the buttons and it shows you on the screen. I should probably actually do that. If any of y'all do that are video game resellers, let me know what I haven't Googled. I'm sure I can Google it and all that. I'm if there's anything you guys suggest, any software or app that you can download easily that works for you, let me know and I'll go down that rabbit hole. But if I don't get anybody, then I'll just go down the Google rabbit hole and do it myself. But if there is any that you guys use that do sell video games, let me know, because I think I'm going to start doing that instead of having to test it with the system. Because I'd imagine that's a lot faster than having to load a game and then get to the menu and blah 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 and move things around and hit all the buttons and all that. And then sometimes some of the games you're not even using the triggers or whatever or the other joystick, so it's like, okay, fuck man, let me put in a different game because I wasn't able to test this button, and so just plug it in, the thing pops up and you just boop 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 boop, hit all the buttons, everything lights up, it's good, all right, we're good to go. So I'd rather, I think, that's where I need to be and make my life a little easier. But nonetheless, I know I tested that controller, so I would want that thing back. And a lot of times when I get stuff back that people say don't work, and then they work, when I get it, I'm like, which has happened frequently, to be honest with you, which blows my mind. Then I always will poke at them and send them a message and be like, hey, this works. Like, look, this game fired up. This system's working. This controller's working. I don't understand. I'm that guy. I'll poke at them, and that's just is what it is. But that's my rant. That's my rant for the day. I hate when you get negative feedback when you were not given an opportunity to fix it. All they had to do was open a return and let me know there was a problem, and I would have been like, no problem. Once I get it back, I'll give you a refund. I'm sorry for the trouble, but it was tested when I sent it, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but I'll take care of you. Not a problem. That's the normal process. That's where you want to be every time. Take ownership, apologize, make it as seamless as possible for the customer when there is a problem that comes up and they let you know that there's an issue. That's how it should work. I hate when it's straight negative feedback. They don't open anything. They don't message you. They don't do nothing but just leave you a negative review. It's like, well, okay, then I'm not going to, and especially in this case, I'm not going to go out of my way to tell you there's free returns and take that back. You've already left me a negative review, so I'm going to just keep it moving. And that's where I'm at with this one. So there's my rant. I'm sticking to it. If you have any rebuttals to that, or, that's that, let me know. But As far as comments, let's go ahead and touch on comments, then we'll go over sales. We didn't have a ton of comments, I don't believe. Just a handful. So Fart Sack Jack, welcome back. Appreciate you commenting. He says, hey, BS, go live. I haven't really figured out how to go live yet. I don't know if I can go live from the phone, or I got to go live from the computer. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet, so I'm not doing lives yet. I figure once I hit like 1,000 subscribers, then maybe at that point I can start doing this live. Maybe, I don't know. But and we're getting close. I mean, we're still probably a few months out. We're still probably a few months out from hitting 1,000. We're sitting at like 556, I think it is 656. Sorry, 656. We crossed the 650 threshold. Now we're shooting to 700. So hopefully by like, I don't know, Marchish, by the year time frame of when I revamped and relaunched doing everything consistently on here, that we can hit 1,000. So hopefully by March time frame, that'd be great if we can hit 1,000 by March. I mean, all it takes is, honestly, I've noticed doing this now, is if I was to put a bunch of clickbait titles out there, I'd get a bunch of subscribers. I mean, that's usually when I get the most subscribers, when I put something down like eBay's dead, and you get 1,500 views on your video, and you get 30 new subscribers. So I mean, I do that enough times, but I'm not that clickbait guy. Now, if we talk about eBay being dead, and have a conversation about it, then I will put that in the title, and that video will go a little bit more. And this video may go a little further, because I'm going to put in the title, negative reviews on eBay, how to, I don't know, something about negative reviews on eBay, or negative feedback on eBay, or another customer leave me negative review, come see what they said. Or I don't know if that'll get clickbait or not, but I don't know. But I'm not good at the clickbait stuff. I don't look at my other fellow YouTubers to like copy what their titles are. I just do my thing, and wherever the chips fall, they fall. So but anyway, thank you, Fartsat Jack, for commenting. And live, just like GoPro in the wild, very little editing is coming. Live is coming too. It's just a matter of time. So those two things are coming. How about that? We just don't know exactly when, how far down, but they're coming soon. Both of those. Next one is Morgan. Morgan said, appreciate you, Morgan, for commenting and hanging out. Morgan says, to add a video. Oh yeah, this is Morgan mentioned about the videos. That's right. And so Morgan says, to add a video to your listing, you have to use the desktop. I usually just take a 30-second video with my phone, edit it on my phone for stabilization, enhancement, and no sound. Then I use Bluetooth from my phone to my computer, using Quick Share. It is noticeable how well those listings sell. The problem is time. Got it. Well, yeah. So I'd imagine at some point eBay is going to enhance the app to include video at some point. Until they do that, I probably won't do that, because if it's too much friction, or too much process, too much time, too many steps, whatever the case is, I'm not. That's why I do my platform on YouTube like this, because there's not a lot of friction. I can set up the video. I got my stand. I set up the video. I hit the video. When I'm done, I'm done. I just post it. It's very little friction, very little time. Obviously, it's easy. So the easier something is, the more consistent I am. The more consistent I can do it, and that's just me. So I probably won't do that. But now, once they enhance the app, I'm sure at some point they're going to enhance the app to include the video portion in the app. If it's successful through the PC desktop, then I'm sure at some point it'll come to the app. So hopefully it's sooner than later. But I will certainly do that once it's incorporated into the app. That's 100%. But I can see your point where things will sell better if you've got a video. So maybe I just bite the bullet and do that come the first of the year, instead of cross listing, and see how that goes first, and maybe try to make it as easy as I can for myself. So I appreciate the feedback, Morgan, and I'm going to ponder on that one. Actually, I'm going to ponder on that. Maybe instead of cross platforming, I try video at the beginning of the year, and see how that goes. Because I can see 100% how, like, a video game or a video game system, like for my niche, how video games people would be more apt to purchase from me when I have a video showing that it works. Now, you can just as easily take a picture of the screen showing the game's loaded, or a picture of the the fact that the system is loading that is working. But I can see how video would certainly capture more people and give people more confidence, especially when it comes to electronics working. Because I have seen people do that with a lot of electronics in their listings. But again, Morgan, thank you. I appreciate the feedback on that one. Like I said, I'm going to ponder on that. The dark 25 Twitch. Appreciate you commenting as well. Welcome back. Hey, Joe, just dropping in my 2 cents. Cross listing is fairly easy, and I don't see it as a waste of time when you're getting more eyes on your items, which can lead to more sales. You can just keep it simple by copying and pasting your title as well as the description. In my experience, most buyers don't read the description, so I make sure that I take really good pictures and still list with any flaws. I see, just in case, Macari, for example, has less information to add than eBay, and you'll get 100% of your asking price unless you take offers. Some of those seller apps tools have tools for cross listing as well. Some of those seller apps have tools for cross listing as well. Yes. So I appreciate the insight there, the Dark 25 Twitch. I was using, I think it was Vendu, if I'm not mistaken. Vendu is the one I signed up for, and I believe I played with it. I just didn't launch my listings, but it took all the listings that I clicked on. I think I had like a free trial of like 10 listings or something, or 25 or something. So I took like 5 of my listings and you just click on them, because you like log into your eBay, so it sees your eBay listing, and then you just click on the listings you want to bring over, and it brought them all over. You can do, if you wanted to do some editing on it, you could, but you could also just from there just straight launch it. And so then, because then they're in your Vendu, and then you can just launch them live in Vendu to other platforms at that point. But I stopped there because when I went to launch them to other platforms, I don't have Macari, I don't have Posh. I didn't at the time. Whatnot wasn't doing like the eBay type store thing. So and it wasn't incorporated in there yet. Now I believe it is, from what I understand. So I wasn't signed up for those other platforms, so that's where I stopped, because I was like, oh, you have to sign up. I thought it was just kind of like on a, I don't know how it worked, so I figured it'd be kind of like in your Vendu account, and it would be in Macari, but you actually have to have a Macari account to have them listed in, and then once they sell, Vendu just automatically deletes them off of eBay and Macari, because it cross-listed it from eBay to Macari. So once that item sells, it's smart enough, because it's basically logged into both of them, and can remove it off of both of them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so you're not wrong, and that's why, again, I just, like I mentioned, I'm after the first of the year, I'm going to teeter-totter on maybe videoing stuff, my electronics, and or cross listing, and seeing how both of those things work. But that's something I'm going to take on at the beginning of the year at some point. Again, it goes back to friction, time, and things like that. It didn't seem like it was too time consuming to have to do that. I just need to sign up for the other platforms, and then I should be able to do it pretty easily. So that's you guys can be along with me on that journey. Again, I think somebody, I forget who it was, mentioned my expectations of selling 1 or 2 items a day in those platforms was too high. Fair, maybe 1 item every couple days, maybe a better expectation for myself. But anyway, next one up is Drifter Thrifters. I appreciate you commenting. Just stumbled upon the channel, subbing now. Well, Drifter Thrifter, I appreciate you hanging out, appreciate you watching, and appreciate you subbing. Let me make sure that's not my mail lady coming through. No. All right. And then he also, Drifter Thrifter says, shame it has plummeted in price. Oh, you're talking about the NCAA. Yeah, NCAA. Well, since the new one came out, that was to be expected. It started dropping even before, but that video was from, I think that video was from earlier this year, like back in like February, March. That may have even been last year's video. That may have been a last year's video. So at that time, it was still $100 all day. And I think I got $100. No, that one I kept, because I didn't have a copy of my collection, so that one I kept. But I've come across several since. Now they're still selling for like $40. I just sold NCAA 2014 on PS3. It was 2 weeks ago or something for $40. So I mean, they're not. It's plummeted for sure, but they still get a decent chunk. You still get a decent chunk for it. But yeah, definitely understand. But again, Drifter Thrifter, thank you for commenting and hanging out. and watching and subbing. If I can help at all, if you have any questions or you want to share anything, feel free. That's what this is all about. Next one up is A Rock and Yard Sale LLC. Fine if you don't want to do research. As I said, people either don't care or don't want to know. eBay was in New York pushing their live selling platform, selling Pokemon cards and baseball cards. It's just a start to them trying to get more get revenue from the auctions as whatnot. Most of their focus has been on eBay lost lawsuit with Google and Google promotions pay per click. Yes, you can also think of it as customs patrol. Well, I mean, I think you're referring to like why eBay is not doing well. Maybe that is. I don't know. I don't see how them doing if their platform is already what it is, and then they're trying to do something different, because obviously if the live platform works, then I'd imagine if you're X top rated seller or whatever, it would open up to everybody being able to do that. So I would be down with going live on eBay, because they got millions of eyes on eBay. So I would, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it is a bad thing. I don't know. But A Rock and Yard Sale, thank you for the insight there. I don't think that's hurting anybody's sales, to be honest with you. I mean, those are two niche markets, get cards and Pokemon. So if you're not selling cards or Pokemon, you shouldn't affect your sales whatsoever. I mean, unless you're trying to say that like they're putting so much effort into that they're not worrying about the rest of the platform. But I mean, it's a machine. It's going to run regardless. I think at this point, whatever they end up doing, now, or enhance or whatever. Now the pay per click part, I don't know anything about that, so I can't really touch on the whole pay per click because I don't use pay per click. I use the old school marketing. So, but anyway, I don't know. I mean, that's thank you for the insight. I'll just say that. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for the insight. Mark says, do you ever work on the weekends other than yard sales? So Mark, yes and no. I mean, I do my football helmets all until the series is done. I did 22 days in a row last series, so I worked every weekend technically. Uh, Usually when I'm upstairs doing football helmet stuff, I'm normally have some processing for games and systems and testing and stuff like that I dabble in, and may do a system here or system there, or test a controller or whatever. So I mean, I would say, yeah, but normally it's after the kids are in bed. I mean, I don't go live till 9 o'clock at night. So sometimes 9:30. So usually my wife's pretty much winding down for the night. The kids are pretty much in bed by that point. Weekends, they'll stay up a little bit later. But they're pretty much done for the day. So and I'm not losing out on, family time at that point. So yeah, I would say I look, weekend at this point, I would say weekdays, weekends, it's all the same to me at this point. A day is another day, and I'm doing what I'm doing now. If we have plans to do something, or if we've got a weekend where we've got things going on, then yeah, of course, I'm not yard selling or going out. We got vacation or whatever. I'm not, no. But if it's just another weekend and we got no real plans, am I working? Yeah, probably at night. During the day, no, not so much. I haven't really been yard selling in legit like 2 months. I think I've gone twice, and they were short. Like one was in the community yard sale right down the road, and I was out for like an hour and a half. And the other one I just went to like two yard sales that were right down the road. In another community, they had a few it wasn't really a community yard sale, but it was like a multi-family yard sale. It was right down the road, so I just popped in on those, and that was it. So I haven't really been hardcore all day yard selling, waking up at 6, being out till noon or 11 in like better part of 2 months, man. It's crazy. I've just had so much stuff that I've had, and I've just had so much other things going on. I had the hamstring issue happen. We had vacations, we had, so it just, I haven't really spent a ton. I mean, I've still done some marketplace deals, but I haven't really been spending over the last 2 months much. So I just been kind of living off of all the stuff that I've been picking up, that I've been hoarding. And so it's nice to have that stuff. But I'm still putting stuff up on eBay. So even like, what was it, yesterday morning, I woke up, put like 10 items up on eBay on a week. It was a Sunday. Then I went golfing, and then I got home, just kind of had a lazy day, watched football, things like that. And then last night I went live, and then from 9 to about 9:30 to about 11, and then at 11 I started processing a couple systems. So I ended up processing an Xbox 360 and a PS2. I ended up opening both of them up and cleaning the lenses because they both didn't read discs. Cleaned the lenses with the isopropyl alcohol, closed them back up, fired them up. They both worked. Red discs, which is great. Again, isopropyl alcohol cleaning lenses works, and when it's easy to open up a system, you might as well give it a shot instead of having to call it a junk system. It's too easy to just clean the lens, take a few screws out, open up the shell, and go to town. Anyway, so yeah, so last night, yes. So yes, I do. Do I work on the weekends? Yes. At this point, every day is another day, and whether it's a weekend or not, I feel like. So yeah. But then I go through days. I go through several days. Like when I'm done with my football helmet series, like I took 5 days off. Now I was putting stuff up on eBay still in the mornings, but outside of that, and packing and shipping in the mornings. And outside of that, I was done. So, I wasn't live for 5 days in a row. So that, but again, I was still doing eBay stuff. So the wheel turns every day doing something business related, something, so do I ever really have a day off? Unless I'm on a vacation, not usually do I ever have a day where I'm either not packing and shipping, putting something on eBay, or doing my football helmet business, something regarding or relating to that. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the last of the comments. So appreciate you guys commenting. So as far as sales go, we're at 30 minutes. So I'm going to kind of crush through this kind of quickly. I probably won't pack with you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and pull on my order. So I've got everything ready to go. I had a big weekend. Again, this is from Friday afternoon when I got off of here until just now, which it's 11 o'clock on Monday. So we're talking right about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're talking right about 3 days. Smashed our goal is 200 a day or 1,400 for the week. I was only sitting at about $300 for all of last week. So 27 sales over the weekend. 27 sales. This is the biggest weekend I've had in quite a while. I'll just say that. Had a great weekend. 27 sales, $1,146.91. Smashed the goal. Goal would have been $600 or so. So almost doubled the goal for the 3 days. And yeah, like I said, Saturday was popping, man. Saturday was just going. Sale. So I was like, man, this is starting to feel like the old days almost, man. Like this is how it should be. This is how it felt 8-10 months ago. I mean, this is where we need to be. So hopefully things stay that way. But it also goes back to, I was putting a bunch of stuff up, so some of the new things kept sold, a lot of old things sold. Is somebody at the front door? Is that? Oh, that's my wife. Okay. I was going to say, is that the mail lady? So yeah, so $1,146.91. And if I remember correctly, for my deposit, which I had to do my deposits on Tuesday, so everything else that sells today won't go toward that deposit. In fact, the one item from today, I don't believe will go to the deposit, but everything basically as up to like last night will. So I'm looking at right about $1,250. Now, obviously, after shipping and stuff, what's called $1,100 to $1,200 is going to deposit. So I'm close to goal. Haven't been close to goal in several weeks. So I'm a happy camper right now. So yeah, 27 items now. That's a lot of packing to do. So we got a lot to pack, a lot to show. So again, 27 items, $1,146.91. So let me start off with lots of stuff here. I'm gonna be digging. First thing, 50 cent. Oh, actually, that's over here. 50 cent on Xbox. Let's see, 50 cent. Bulletproof, 50 cent. No manual. Sold for $14. Free shipping. $14 free shipping on that one. VR, PlayStation VR. I mentioned this in the last video that I should have taken the 210 on the VR. It's on the other side. I should have taken the 210 on the VR because somebody offered me. I bought the VR and a PS4 for $120, and the VR is basically brand new. So bought the VR for one, and the PS4 for 120. Somebody offered me like 210 last week, and I mentioned it in the video. I should have taken it, and I didn't. But somebody offered me 205, and I took it. I was like, somebody else did, so I was like, you know what? I'm probably could have gotten the 220 out of it, like I wanted. But somebody sent me 205, and I was like, you know what? I regretted not taking the 200. I'll take the 205. So VR in the box, basically brand new. Comes with 3 games, and the camera's in there as well, which is a separate item you have to purchase, and then the wands. So that sold for 205 plus shipping on that one. So that was a great sale to start off that was Friday, so that was like started off good. We were like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Next thing that sold was a 2-pack double pack of Famicom Mario and Mario 3 Famicom, both together. Mario and Mario 3 sold for $20 free shipping, plus shipping. Sorry, $20 plus shipping. Next thing that sold was a PS3 Slim, which I think is this one with the gray. Yep. So PS3 Slim, 250 gig hard drive. The Super Slim, sorry, it's a little hard to see, obviously, but the PS3 Super Slim, those always sell pretty good for me. That sold for $126 plus shipping on that one. $126 plus shipping. Comes with games, always bundle games, filler games, always bundle them with your systems. You typically get more out of them. I was just talking about this the other day. These have been sitting for a while. I had 2 yellowed, really bad yellowed Super Nintendos. Remember, I swapped the one shell out because it was really bad, and it's over here, and I junked it because the shell was really good. Didn't work, and so I took the one, and it was like super bad. And I need to wipe that off a little bit. And I junked it and used it for the guts and put it in the really nice one. That one sold on, I think it was Friday, for $200 or $220. This one is yellowed, kind of bad, not terrible, but kind of bad. This one sold for $126 plus shipping. $126 plus shipping on this one. So again, not terrible. I'll take it. All right, so that started off pretty good. You get move more of these systems and get those big pops, man. Especially these Wii U's, man. I got like 6, 7 of them. All right, so that was Super Nintendo, 126 plus shipping. Warlords. Is it Warlords? Yeah, VR Worlds. Separate. This sold for $13 free shipping for N60 or PS4. Going back to these Xbox. Don't sleep on Xbox rechargeable packs. Don't sleep on the Xbox rechargeable packs, guys. I had the story is, I'm sure you heard it if you've been hanging out with me. I had the whole lot of these up for $17 on sale. These are the official Xbox rechargeable battery packs. And anytime you pick up an Xbox, normally you're going to see some of these. And so I had like a whole lot of them. I think it was, I don't know, 14 of them or something like that, up for like $17 on sale. They were normally like, I had them up for $24.99. I've had them jokers up for like a year, and nobody's touched them. Nobody sniffed on them, nothing. That's now the 3rd batch, if you've been hanging out with me, that I've sold, because I decided to take that listing down because I looked at the listing and was like, I don't remember why I even looked at it. I think because I got another Xbox bundle and I had a bunch of them, so I was gonna add them to the lot. But then I was like, let me look to see what they go for. Like, are they just not selling? And man, a pair of them sell for $20 all day long. And I was like, why is my lot of like 14 not selling? That makes no sense. So I was like, well, bump it. I'm gonna just take the listing down, list 2, and do quantity of whatever, how many quantity I had, 7 or whatever, and they come in a pair, but it's quantity 7, so you can purchase one, and then it just brings the quantity down to 6, and they purchase another, brings quantity down to 5, and so on. This is like the third set I've sold already. I've made $60, and then I sold the 4 non Xbox or Microsoft ones. They were Nikon, and those sold for $25 for just the 4 of them. I've made over $100 on just battery packs that have been sitting for well over a year. Anyway, it just blows me away, man. That's just it continues to blow me away when those things sell. I just shake my head and smile. I'm like, this it's so crazy. Somebody could have bought all those from me, made money. Nobody did. They just sat and sat and sat. That's the crazy thing about eBay sometimes. I don't get it. ATV Off-Road Fury 2. This is one that, it's that $9.99 deal. So $9.99 free shipping on that one. ATV Off-Road 2. Nothing crazy. Little Big Planet on PS3. Little Big Planet PS3. This one sold for $16 free shipping. Little Big Planet PS3. Guitar Hero 2. Guitar Hero 2. That one sold for $12 free shipping. $12 free shipping on that one. So Guitar Hero 2 on Xbox 360. I keep getting people send me offers on these, and I decline them because I'm selling them all day. I think I sold 2 of them. I think I got 1 left, so I'm going to go ahead and grab both of them. The Atomic Purple Nintendo 64 controllers. I get people send me offers. I got them up for $18.99 free shipping. Or I'm sorry, $18.99 plus shipping. $17.99 free shipping. They sell all day for me for that. I know I got offers up, but I don't take off. I mean, if somebody sends me an offer, I'll counter at 17 and take $1 off. But I get jokers sending me $10 and $12, and I'm like, nah, man. I sell these all day long for 18 plus shipping, so I'm not going to go lower than $17. So anyway, sold 2 of these for full price, $17.99 a piece plus $8 shipping I do on those. So there's that. Atomic Purple controllers. They're gone out of here. Jeans. Oh man. I hate clothes. Let me find these jeans. I don't think they're hanging. No, they're gonna be in here. So I've got sold a pair of 3 jeans. Actually, I sold this too, so let me put this out. More clothes, because that sold as well. All right, so jeans. I don't think they're on that bottom bin, if I'm not mistaken. Let me move this out the way. All right. So I believe it's all 3 of these. Let me confirm and double check. I got a couple more. Jeans 550. Lot of 3. So the 550s. 4034. That's one of them. 550, 4034. That's the second one. And 550, 4034. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Normally I pick up jeans, Levi's for $1. I don't sell a ton of jeans. I do pick them up if I can get them for $1, which most yard sales they're $1. So I'm like $3 in on these. They sold for $24 plus shipping on these. So just 3 pair of Levi's jeans. One of them's got a couple stains on them, but they're all the same size. I try to shoot for the same size. So if I see same size, same type, I'm usually a player and will grab them. Again, especially with they're $1, and they do sell slow, but they do sell. So I'm sure some of y'all, it's the first time you see me sell jeans because it's been a while, and I don't have a ton of them. I think I only got like 3 more pairs in there. But now that it's winter time, we should start seeing some of these sell. So there's that. So jeans out the door. All right, next thing up is Castlevania and the Crew. Castlevania and the Crew. All right, here's the Crew and Castlevania. Castlevania. All right, so Castlevania sold for $13 free shipping, 13 free shipping. The Crew sold for $10 free shipping. So there's those. Another controller, which I already grabbed it. A pen reel. I've sold these, quite a few of these in the past. I don't come across them too often, but when I do, I pick them up. Pick this pen reel up for, I want to say $2. If I remember correctly, it was $2. Sold for $22.50 plus shipping. This is an old pen, the 309. Anytime I see the old school pen reels, especially if they work and they're in decent shape, because people kind of tinker with them, clean them up, and then use them. Again, usually it's a good $20 bill, and that's exactly what happened here. So there's that. Again, I'm pretty sure I picked that up for like $2. Next thing that sold was a block. A block for an Xbox. Block for an Xbox and the cord. So for $22 free shipping on this one, $22 free shipping there. Running out of room. I like having lots of orders. Next thing that sold, also, by the way, I had a return. I have another return that I have to talk about. I'm going to bitch about this one too. And it reminds me because I see God of War. So I had God of War Complete Saga on PS3. It's 2 discs with 3 games, but on the cover it says all 5 games. The other 2 games are downloadable content. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get any downloadable content on a used game. 9 times out of 10, it's already been used and you can't redo it and re-download it. It's to the account that it was downloaded to, so it's there, it's done. You can't change that and sell it, and then those games get the downloadable content goes to someone else. So it's almost like common sense when you buy used games that the downloadable content, the DLC stuff, is not really transferable, or if it's been used, you're not going to be able to use it again on your account. So they want to do a return because the other 2 games aren't included. So I messaged them and I said, hey, just so you're aware, before we do a return, unless you buy this brand new, it's hard to find somebody that has not used the DLC on these games. And if they haven't, I'm sure you're going to pay a higher price because all the ones that are in line with what I have are the same price, are all around $20-25. If they're brand spanking new, you're going to pay more. And if they happen to still have the DLC included there, then again, the buyer or the seller is going to know that, and they're going to charge more because the DLCs haven't been used. So I was like, any used copy of these that you get, it's going to be the same situation. You're only going to have the 3 games out of the saga and not all 5. So, I'm waiting to hear back from them. I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know if they're going to still want to return it or not, but it's just like, come on, man. I mean, and if I'm wrong there, let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Anyway, next thing that sold, Carhartt, green Carhartt overalls. These sold for, I picked these up for, I want to say, no more than $10. I can tell you that. I can tell you I would have picked them up for no more than $10. I want to say maybe even 5. But anyway, let's just say $10. Sold them for $70 plus shipping. $70 plus shipping on those. So that was a pretty good sale too. Running out of room. So not too bad there. Either 5 or 10 into 70. Can't complain. Next thing that sold was the God of War on PS2. Let's see, God of War PS2. Okay, God of War 2-disc set sold for $19 plus shipping. $19 plus shipping on PS2. Naruto. This is my last copy of Naruto. I had 2. Now I'm down to 0. All of them sold. So Naruto. Where are you at? Of course, you're going to be toward the back. There he is. All right. So this sold for $23 free shipping? Naruto, $21 free shipping. Naruto on Xbox 360 is always a good title to pick up if you see it in a bundle. All right, so there's that. Naruto, 21 plus shipping. My bad, 21 plus shipping on that one. So there's that, $21 plus shipping. Apple TV. I've had this thing for a while. I want to say I picked this up for probably $2 at a yard sale, but I think it's the older model. But I'm not going to take it out of the package. But it is the Apple TV with the remote and HDMI. They got 20 on there. I know I picked it up for like $2 if I remember. In fact, I don't even think this is the original bag I had it in. But anyway, if I remember correctly, I picked this up for $2. Sold for $15 plus shipping. Nothing crazy, but $15 plus shipping. I'll take it. Couple more items. Combat uniform, top, medium, shorts. Let me find that. Top, combat, medium, shorts. I need to remember that. Medium, shorts. Let's see. Well, that's it right there. Is that the one that's got the thing on it? Let me see. It is. All right, perfect. So first one I picked up. I love it. So I got a bunch of the uniforms on a deal through Marketplace for like $75. This finally the first one. I only did it like a week ago, but one is sold. This one sold for $25. Actually $20 plus shipping. $20. I had it up for $25. They sent me an offer for $20, and I took it. So $20 plus shipping. So I want to say I got a whole bin full of Army stuff. So that was a pretty good pickup. By the time I'm said and done, I'll probably triple my money, but it'll be, onesie, twosies, things like that, and sell here and there. But anyway, on my way to profit on there at least. So that sold for 20 plus shipping. Country. I haven't sold one of these in a while. See, Country Dance 2 sold for a whopping $8 free shipping. That was just one of those that caught up in a sale that's been sitting around forever. So there's that. Virtual Tennis PS3. Virtual Tennis. There it is. Virtual Tennis sold for $10 free shipping. Nothing major. $10 free shipping. Let's see. We got a few more items here. DVD player. I think I just put this up a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But was it Samsung? Yep, Samsung DVD player.